Gerard Way is a figure who's hard to overlook in the world of alternative music. His distinctive voice, theatrical presence, and vision in shaping the identity of My Chemical Romance have established him as an icon of the emo generation and modern rock. As one of the most influential rock bands of the 21st century, My Chemical Romance not only left a profound mark through their music, but also shaped popular culture, solidifying their place as major icons in the history of modern rock. He stood at the forefront of a band that colored the teenage years of millions, delivering performances that were dramatic and full of energy. Although known for his flamboyant style and energetic stage presence, his everyday life is no less creative than the music he makes. He spends his time drawing comics, writing stories, and pursuing visual art, which has long been a part of him. These activities give him a space to channel ideas that cannot always be expressed through songs, while also reflecting the lifestyle of a multidisciplinary artist capable of embracing many mediums. Gerard Arthur Way was born in Summit, New Jersey on April 9, 1977, to Donna Lee and Donald Way. He has Italian and Scottish ancestry and was raised in Belleville alongside his younger brother, Mikey Way, who would later join him on stage as the bassist of My Chemical Romance. Gerard's artistic talent was evident from an early age. In elementary school, he sang in public for the first time when he played Peter Pan in a school musical production. The most influential figure in his life at the time was his grandmother, Elena Lee Rush, who taught him how to sing, paint, and perform with confidence. Gerard even once said, "Everything I know, I learned from her." As a child and teenager, Gerard's love for music grew stronger. He grew up listening to Bon Jovi, who in the 1980s had become a glam metal icon, and the band played a significant role in nurturing his passion for music. At the age of 8, his grandmother gave him his first guitar, and from then on, Gerard began experimenting with small bands such as Ray Gun Jones and Nancy Drew, which even involved Ray Toro, the guitarist who would later become his bandmate. Although he initially dreamed of becoming a guitarist, Gerard often struggled to match his playing skills. One band even kicked him out for being considered not skilled enough, which led him to focus more on visual art. Gerard attended Belleville High School, graduating in 1995, before continuing his studies at the School of Visual Arts in New York City, where he pursued comics. He earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in 1999 and briefly worked as an intern at Cartoon Network. However, his life changed drastically after the events of September 11, 2001. Gerard, who was in New York at the time, witnessed the Twin Tower attacks firsthand, an event that shook his outlook on life. He felt he couldn't just hide in a basement drawing comics. He wanted to go out and do something that could make a difference. To channel his emotional turmoil, Gerard wrote a song called Skylines and Turnstiles, which became the starting point for the birth of My Chemical Romance. In shaping his musical identity, Gerard Way was influenced by a wide range of musicians across genres, from the raw energy of punk and rock bands such as Green Day, Nirvana, Black Flag, to the grand atmosphere of the Smashing Pumpkins. Beyond that, he also absorbed inspiration from the post-punk and glam scenes, with legendary names like Blur, Pulp, Wire, Gang of Four, David Bowie, Iggy Pop, and T-Rex, all of whom contributed to the distinctive style and vision he would later bring to the stage. Gerard Way's success with My Chemical Romance began with their debut album I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love. Although released through the small label Eyeball Records and selling only tens of thousands of copies, the album managed to introduce their musical identity. The major breakthrough came with their second album, Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, which sold over 3.5 million copies worldwide and produced iconic hits such as I'm Not Okay, I Promise, Helena, and The Ghost of You. These songs propelled MCR to global recognition, making them one of the defining faces of the emo movement in the 2000s. The band's peak arrived with The Black Parade, 2006, a conceptual album with a daring theatrical approach that featured timeless tracks like Welcome to the Black Parade, Famous Last Words, Teenagers, and I Don't Love You. The album achieved massive success, selling over 4.5 million copies and cementing MCR as one of the biggest rock bands of their era. Their experimentation continued with Danger Days, the true lives of the fabulous Killjoys, which showcased a colorful, futuristic aesthetic through singles like Na Na Na, Sing, and Planetary. While the album received positive responses, the period that followed was marked by exhaustion from long tours, mounting expectations, and creative differences, ultimately leading to the band's official breakup in 2013. Gerard Way then focused on his solo projects and the world of comics until, in 2019, MCR announced their highly anticipated reunion. Although the pandemic delayed their tour, in 2022 they surprised the public with a new single titled The Foundations of Decay, signaling the band's return after nearly a decade. Throughout their journey, Gerard Way and My Chemical Romance not only sold millions of albums, but also earned numerous prestigious awards. They won the 2007 Shockwave's NME Award for Best International Band, as well as the 2008 NME USA Award for Best Indie and Alternative Live Band. Their albums also received platinum and multi-platinum certifications in various countries. More than just numbers and trophies, Gerard Way's success with MCR lies in how they shaped the identity of alternative music, gave a voice to a generation searching for a place for its emotions, and left a cultural legacy that remains powerful to this day. Gerard Way is estimated to have a net worth of around $20 to $25 million, a figure that reflects his achievements not only as the lead vocalist of My Chemical Romance, but also as a multi-talented artist. His biggest source of income naturally comes from music, album sales, royalties, digital streaming, as well as earnings from MCR's tours and reunion concerts, which consistently sell out across the globe. Beyond the stage, Gerard has also found great success in the world of comics. His work, The Umbrella Academy, is not only a bestseller, but was also adapted into a hit Netflix series, adding significantly to his wealth through licensing and royalties. Gerard Way has carved out a remarkable legacy in comics and television. His journey began as a teenager when, at the age of 16, he wrote the series On Raven's Wings, published by Boneyard Press, though it ended after the second issue. His true breakthrough came in 2007 with The Umbrella Academy, published by Dark Horse Comics. The series was an immediate success. Its first issue sold out, received a second printing, and even won the 2008 Eisner Award for Best Limited Series. This success was followed by the release of sequels Dallas, 2008, and Hotel Oblivion, 2018 to 2019, as well as its Netflix adaptation, which cemented Way's name on the international stage as a visionary creator. In addition to the Umbrella Academy, Way also co-created The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys with Sean Simon and Becky Cloonan, and worked on other projects such as All Ages. In 2014, he officially entered the Marvel Universe with the comic Edge of Spider-Verse, introducing the character Penny Parker, who later appeared in the animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, 2018. Gerard has also ventured into television. He created the cartoon The Breakfast Monkey, 2001, directed an episode of the Aquabat Super Show, 2013, which earned a Daytime Emmy nomination, and eventually served as co-executive producer of Netflix's The Umbrella Academy series from 2019 to 2024. Gerard Way's love life is just as unique as his musical journey. On September 3, 2007, after a concert in Colorado, he married Lyn-Z, the bassist of the band Mindless Self-Indulgence, in a simple yet meaningful ceremony held backstage during the Project Revolution tour. Without a lavish party or major media coverage, the wedding was conducted modestly behind the stage, officiated by a Live Nation tour staff member who is also an ordained minister. The simplicity of the occasion highlighted that, for Gerard and Lyn-Z, the meaning of togetherness was far more important than luxury. From this marriage, the couple welcomed a daughter on May 27, 2009, further completing the happiness of their small family. In 2013, Gerard and his wife sold their Tudor-style home in Tarzana, Los Angeles, for about $1.7 million, after originally purchasing it for $1.35 million. A few years later, in 2016, the couple once again sold their residence, this time a renovated mid-century modern-style home in Highland Park, for $1.158 million, designed to reflect their artistic tastes.
After selling several of his properties, Gerard Way now resides with his family in Ladera Ranch, California, a community far from the hectic pace of world tours, yet one that still provides the space for his creativity to flourish. Gerard also has a rather unique collector side outside of music and comics. Since his teenage years, he has been fascinated by the world of tabletop miniatures, such as Titan Legions and Epic 40K, and would often play Necromunda with his brother Mikey. This passion continued into adulthood, where he began collecting painted figures and miniatures, one of them being a classic Greater Daemon of Nurgle miniature he found on Etsy. Although he once enjoyed painting and customizing his own miniatures, his busy schedule eventually led him to more often purchase ready-made pieces. For Gerard, this hobby is not just about owning aesthetic objects, but also a way to unwind, maintain a connection to his youth, and channel his artistic side outside the stage and the comic book pages.